All right, you guys are good. I should start asking questions here in a second.
Hey, Devon, I guess I'll lead it off. Where are you guys at as a defensive secondary 3 games into the year?
I mean, we're coming together more as we should, getting a lot more chemistry together. It's our second year, so we're still working towards building a lot more bond, close bond, so we can trust each other more on the field. So, but it's coming together definitely. It's coming together good.
What's it like building that chemistry? I mean, you missed the first game, and then Nate's missed games. You kind of had to shuffle a lot of pieces around back there. How do you guys put that chemistry together, kind of on the fly like that?
I mean, yeah, we did miss a few games, but it's like we know what each other can do, so we put our trust in each other. We just got to execute more. That's all I say. Together as like a whole unit, as a team, but like as a secondary wise, we just got to bond more.
Then how are you settling? I mean, you were a guy late to camp last year. You played every game, I think, and now you're in that starting role. What's this like for you, and where's your comfort level at?
I feel like a lot of comfortable. I feel more comfortable. More as like my second year in, as a sophomore, I feel more comfortable. Freshman year, I was kind of nervous still, but I got the bugs out more. So I'm getting to my like groove more as a player and as like player for my team.
My last thing is, Lovey said, pound for pound, you're one of the toughest guys out there. Where does that come from in you? Where did you kind of develop that toughness to be undersized a little bit but still play like this?
It's just from the heart. I think I was born with it. I never let my size get me down, even though I wasn't the biggest. I always played with like the biggest heart. I never let that stop me from doing what I have to do to accomplish what we have to get done.
Thanks a lot, Devon.
Go ahead, Bob.
Okay. Hey, Devon, did you see the play a couple weeks ago with Rutgers where they threw all the laterals?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think?
It's just a lot of trick plays. We gotta keep our discipline. Our discipline gonna be a big one this week. Focus on what we have to do and execute. We know they're gonna come with a lot of trick plays, so we just gotta play disciplined defense.
What would you have done to break that play up if you're playing for Indiana?
I just had to make the tackle. It was kind of unexpected, so you have to make the play when it comes to you.
Thanks, Devon.
I'll jump back in, Devon. What's the next step for you guys as a secondary? What do you guys want to do this week, and how do you kind of turn that corner with the talent that you guys have?
Our biggest thing for us is our discipline. I know that's something we definitely have to work on. Our transition also to the route. So, but as a secondary, I believe we'll be okay. We just have to focus more on our jobs and have to execute what we have to do, like the game plan. So.
You mentioned kind of getting some of those nerves out last season. Was there a play, was there a moment that you could kind of breathe a little better and have some of those nerves gone, or did it not happen until this year?
Play. I want to say it was when we played Iowa. When our players went down and I had to step up and come to the game and just be the person I am. And yeah, that was the game. I want to say it was a play. I said it was the game.
Then Nate says, he's the next all Big Ten guy, behind me. What's that mean for you to hear from Nate, who's been around for 4 years and, has really played well in his time here?
It's confidence. He's he giving me confidence. He passing the torch to me. This is going to be my program. You have to step up and be the leader. So.
Hey, Devon, I just want to go back a little bit. You got here late last year, and as you said, a little undersized when you got here, but you made a big impact. As you look back, how did you find a way to contribute as much as any freshman, given that you got here late?
I'm going to say anything they asked me to do, I was willing to get it done. Didn't care what it was, what it had to be. I just, coach, whatever you need me to do, I had to get it done. So
yeah, you seem to really buy into special teams, right? Why was that something you really bought into?
It was my first opportunity that they gave me. They were like, okay, special team. I'm like, okay, let's get it done. What do you need me to do? So.
And I know you were planning on going JUCO for a year. So when you got your first start, what was that like for you?
I was really nervous that game. I was like, it was kind of cold too. So I was like, who knows? But it gave me confidence. After the game, it gave me confidence. It was like, okay, you're here now. So there's no going back to where we came from.
So how do you feel now as a starter for this defense? And what do you think is your next steps as a player?
To adapt more. It's like read more concepts, just be a better player overall. I say that's my biggest thing I have to work on.
Thanks, Devon.
Devon, can you take us through your big play from this weekend and what it was like for you to get your first career interception?
I believe it was a stop and go. It was just when the ball was in the air, it's like track the ball. Okay, now I'm the receiver. I'm no longer the DB. So it was just like track the ball. And once I made the play, it was like a burst of energy. Okay, I'm here. I finally got one. I'm willing to get more.
What did your teammates say to you after that?
He was like, good play, good play. I was like, yeah, but we gotta get more. We gotta get more. It's just get more.
All right, thanks.
Devon, in terms of eye discipline and what you've talked about as that being a big key for you guys, are you guys paying too much attention to the backfield and what's going on with that RPO, or are you not paying enough attention to what's going on back there? And are you guys guessing in a sense without giving out the game plan? Just is it more or less you guys aren't, looking where you're supposed to be looking, or are you guys just kind of paying too much attention to what's going on back there?
It's not that. It's like during the routes. Okay, he make his first break. As like I just go like to the back. We want to see if the ball thrown. That's something we need to stop doing. We got to focus on our man. Like when he looks, that's when we look instead of looking for him.
Devon, it was your plan to go JUCO. Can you walk us through a little bit how this ended up coming together and how you ended up at Illinois?
Okay, yeah. I was planning to go to JUCO from high school, but I had to take the SAT before I went. So I took the SAT that summer, and I had got my scores back July 10th, but I had to be at my JUCO school by July 9th. So I didn't know if I passed it or not, so I went anyway. And then when I got there, my coach asked me, like, okay, check your SAT. Like a lot of people getting their scores back. So when I checked it, I found out I passed it, and then it went from there.
It kind of, then you obviously heard from Lovey in Illinois pretty quickly. What was that moment like? You're at your JUCO spot and, you think you've got a place to be and then you get a call from a Power 5. What was that like?
It was kind of shocking. Like, okay, they actually contacted me. Like, what you gonna do? But I knew the period was around, like the deadline was coming, so I had to sign her. But they said, come, you're gonna play. So I took my opportunity to come here.
I think I remember, you get to camp and everyone's in pads and you had a couple days to wait before you could really jump in. What was that? Was it a lot to take in? You're getting there and things are going full speed. How did you handle that?
Just paying attention, getting mental reps, learning from the older guys, and the freshman, Marquez Beeson. Yeah, he really helped me do a lot when I first got here because he was the only freshman here when he got here too. So, I just took what they gave me and just getting mental reps, learning quickly, trying to learn quickly so I can get into the system.
Excellent.
Devon, can I ask you about Tony Adams and just the idea of picturing yourself doing what he's doing where it's play 3 different positions at any moment? How hard is that? And for a guy that's a young guy like yourself, can you imagine being able to do that by the time you're Tony's age?
I see myself doing it. It's kind of tough though, because switching positions from like weekly, you got to know every spot and what's happening here and what's happening there. So I know it's really tough though, but I see myself learning it quickly.
Thanks, Devon.
Wait, I had one more. I'm sorry. You didn't play football until your junior year of high school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Why did you start? And I mean, this is all coming together pretty quickly.
When my mom always wanted me to play. I played when I was little, but I stopped. I had hoop dreams, but I just took an opportunity, went out there and played. And after my first year, I actually got my first offer from Troy University.
Is that a pretty eye-opening experience? I mean, you're in your first year playing football in probably a few years.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't think I was actually going to get an offer, but once the opportunity presented itself, I just took it and ran with it.
Did you ever think you could get here then at a Power 5 school playing football when looking back you had, aspirations to play basketball?
Not at first, but then once I got my first offer from Troy, it was like, okay, I could do both, or really I could just do football. So I took the opportunity to play football still.
Well, thanks.
Thanks, Devon. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.